so happy you're here. My name is Lauren, and today I'm going to be showing you how I designed my November bullet journal spread. And as I was coming up with ideas for the theme this month, I kept going back to Thanksgiving, since that's kind of the main holiday in November, at least like here in the States. So the ideas that were kind of coming up for me were having like a Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving kind of dinner party. So my vision was having like a big table spread that was really decorated and adorned with all of my favorite foods and flowers and leaves and sparkly candles and lights and pumpkins and just different things like that. So yeah, I had a really fun time like brainstorming different ideas. Pinterest was a huge inspiration, and I gathered like a ton of photos and kind of compiled all of the different ideas that I had together. And this one was very detail oriented, and I yeah, went and drew a ton of just very small little like food items and a bunch of different things. So it was really fun for me, and yeah, I'm excited to show you the process. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy it. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I have to light my candle, and this is actually like a coffee candle that I bought at a local marketplace here. Hand poured, smells like coffee in the absolute best way. And I also made this sparkling apple cinnamon maple sparkling water. It's so delicious. And anyway, moving on, I wanted to design a spread that felt like Thanksgiving or a Friendsgiving. And so I came up with this idea to do like a dinner party spread and draw out all of these different like meat and cheese boards and rolls and croissants and fruit and wine, and have it decorated with candles and some different leaves and floral details, and added a bunch of different layering styles to the table spread. So there's some like tree stumps and different like tiered like containers for the different food items, and this literally took forever for me to draw out, but I think that it turned out really well, and I feel very proud of it. I also did this wreath in the center to have a little place for November, and then these twinkly lights up top, which I used my sparkly gold watercolor paints, which I just love how those turned out too. And then I added these little details up front with some barrels and pumpkins and little lantern and candle. So yeah, I really love how it turned out. And like I said, it did take forever to draw out all of these things, but and looking back, I probably would have made the food items on the table a little bit bigger instead of trying to cram all these little tiny pieces onto it, but I like drawing a little bit smaller, so yeah, it just took a little bit longer. So if you want something to take a shorter amount of time, definitely make the food items a little bit bigger. But anyway, I incorporated a lot of really fun ones. So I did like some caramel apples and cupcakes and some like a layered cake and like a charcuterie board and just a bunch of different things. So yeah, I had so much fun with this one. But yeah, then I went in with my watercolor paints and just created a bunch of different kind of more neutral kind of earth tone colors with some pops of like reds and burgundy colors, and it made the wreath and the flower or like floral arrangements in the front kind of match that. So lots of greens, browns, tans, kind of some oranges, and yeah, some of those pops of red and burgundy. So yeah, and then of course lots of gold because that's my favorite color, and yeah, I think the candles in the background make it look very yeah, just like romantic and sparkly and add like a fun detail to it. And I added a bunch of different like eucalyptus leaves and some other like leafy details like interspersed with the food just to kind of break it up a little bit, and added some bottles of wine, and I really just wanted to make it look like a feast. So fun like dinner party. And then moving on to the weekly spread, I wanted to try out my new brush pen that I bought. This is kind of like a magenta color. It looks a little bit more pink than I would like it to. So I ended up going over it with like a brown brush pen marker just to make it a little bit more neutral later on. But I had a lot of fun playing around with like the fonts, so layering like the big block letters and then going over it with my pen and doing a little cursive scripty font for the days of the week, and then using my peach brush pen to add a different color tone to the days of the week, or the dates of the week. And then I wanted to go with the same theme of food, so I did this like centerpiece that is kind of a top view of the dinner party table, and I added some more like traditional like Thanksgiving items. So I did this huge charcuterie board at the top, so lots of meats and cheeses and breads and crackers and some nuts in there, and added some rosemary details and I think some figs, a bunch of different things, and other like dips and spreads, maybe some cantaloupe. And then I did like a big turkey and some mashed potatoes, some other rolls, and some kind of casserole style things. Of course, I had to do a little pie, and then I also added like pumpkins and some other floral and greenery items to kind of include that in the empty space in between the food items. So yeah, just added a bunch of different like food spreads and a couple different fruit items in between. And yeah, then went in with my watercolor paints and added color to make everything pop and be more vibrant. And this, like I said, took forever to draw and paint everything, but I feel really proud of how it turned out. I think all of the pieces look really cute without them being super childish doodles, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like they looked pretty good. And for the most part, you can tell what everything is. I think some of the things are a little bit vague, but I think it works. And then I went in and did this kind of gray-blue tablecloth or table runner just in the center of it, and then I wanted to make it look like it was kind of a wooden table, so I did a bit of a brown on the edges of it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I really love how this turned out, and I would love to hear your thoughts about this, what you think. And yeah, I will show you the final flip through, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.